Okay, so I'm supposed to do a stride workout today, but since I have not really been feeling that great, I'm doing a recovery run instead. And recovery runs are really good because it gives you time on your feet when your legs are tired, which mine have always are just feeling like they're always tired right now. But usually I will do a recovery run after a speed workout or after a long run, just to get time on my feet, promote, blood flow and get my muscles moving, and I always feel better afterwards. So today we're gonna do a recovery run, and I'll take you guys along for that, and we'll talk a little bit more about the last couple weeks and what's been going on. All right, so the last couple weeks, I felt really, really tired. We're going way too fast. All right, so the last couple weeks, I have just felt very fatigued after all of my runs, but also in the morning when I first wake up. So about 4 years ago, when I was training for my first marathon, I felt like I couldn't breathe on basically all of my runs. And I went to the doctor because I thought I was dying, and I found out I was severely anemic. And I've been on iron supplements ever since. So that's kind of what it feels like now, except I also have a lot of muscle fatigue, which is just really weird because I'm not running a lot of miles. Right now I'm on like 40 miles a week, which is pretty baseline for me. After a marathon, I maybe run 20 to 25, and 40 is kind of where I start when I am getting into a training cycle. I'll get up to 70 at my peak, so at this point I'm not doing anything excessive for myself. The strength workouts that Dr. Gonzalez has been giving me don't really cause muscle fatigue anymore. I'm actually going back next week to add some more workouts and make some changes so that I can continue to see adaptations in that. But I'm doing that twice a week, which is pretty standard. Nutrition-wise, nothing's been different. I'm still getting in adequate amounts of protein. And I checked in with Paula, and she confirmed, my nutrition looks good for what I'm doing. So I'm thinking it's a nutrient deficiency. Some people, I shared this on Instagram earlier this week, so I had some interesting feedback from everybody. Several people said that maybe I have some hormonal imbalance, and so I went to the Inside Tracker website, which this is not sponsored by Inside Tracker. I just know that they really focus on athletes and what they need to perform well. So I took their advanced DIY list, and I'm going to take that to my doctor this week to see if he'll approve those tests, which includes, things that you wouldn't normally test for normal people, but as an athlete, you might really want to look into. Other people also said it might be a thyroid issue, so I'm gonna ask him about that as well. Could be vitamin D, which I feel like I get a lot of that. I've never had a vitamin D deficiency, so anyways, we'll see, because I don't want to start a training cycle if I'm not where I need to be. And if my body's not able to really withstand the work I'm about to do, because that will be extremely discouraging for me. And, there's plenty of other marathons that I can do later on. So one thing to note is that I was running about an 8:30 pace in the talking portion of that running video, and it's about 30 seconds faster than my true recovery pace, because following a video camera while you're running is pretty fun and exciting, so I was running a little bit faster, but that pace is still pretty manageable and easy for me, and you could tell I was breathing heavily, my sentences were a little broken, so something's definitely going on. And one thing to do when you are feeling like maybe you're entering into overtraining or you're feeling fatigued like that is to monitor your resting heart rate in the morning when you wake up. So I've been monitoring my heart rate the last several days, and it's still very low, and I think that's just confirmation for me that it's nothing that I'm doing with my training that's overdoing it, so that's why the blood work is totally necessary. And normally the first 3 to 4 weeks of marathon training is really boring, so this update is keeping things interesting, right? So I could really be discouraged right now with how I'm feeling, and feel like I'm never gonna get to where I need to be or whatever, or time is running out, but it's still super early in the training cycle, so I'm really glad that this is happening now instead of after several weeks of building and hard workouts and weeks or months of training. I'm glad I'm feeling this way now, and I still have some time to make things better and continue to work towards CIM. So I'm very confident that I will still be able to do that once I get some answers. But after my first Journey to Sub-3 video, I had someone ask me what I do with training, or how I make changes to my training schedule for both social gatherings, so things like vacations, weddings, trips, anything, and or for fatigue, so if you're feeling tired, how I shift the schedule around. So I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I do awful when I'm out of routine, and I've shared that quite a bit on my other channels. And knowing this, I try to set myself up for success by not planning vacations or big trips during my training cycle. I save those for after, usually as like my little race reward trips. And I try really hard to not be away for more than one night from my normal routine, from my home, anything like that. Which I know is it's pretty hard for a lot of people because we're everyday people, like we have lives and things that happen, and that's totally fine. But I just know that that's what works for me. So I've already told my family and my friends that there's probably a lot of things I'm gonna miss out on for the next couple months, and they totally understand how important this goal is to me. So that's on like the social side of things. And then with fatigue is really normal during marathon training because you're essentially trying to teach your body to not only run further and teach your muscles to run through fatigue, but also to run faster through fatigue. So usually if I'm feeling fatigued, I'll just kind of pull back a little bit, slow things down, but you really are trying to train your body to push through that. But the fatigue that I'm experiencing right now, this early in the training cycle, is very unique and different. And after running 10 marathons and doing 10 different training cycles, I know that this is not normal for me. So, hopefully the results that I get back will, give me some answers, or maybe it's nothing and I'll be fine next week. So we'll find out. So that was a recap of the weeks 3 and 4 of training and my journey to Sub-3 for you guys. So if you have any questions or there's anything specific that you want to know about in upcoming videos, please feel free to ask those in the comments, and be sure to like this video. Thanks for watching.